Hello, welcome back. So for today's video, we are going to be testing out a full face of new Drugstore Makeup. There's a couple of bits that I've classed them as drugstore because I think you can actually get these now in Boots. The Sweed mascara, the cloud mascara, and also the Parnell foundation, the cushion foundation, which is K-Beauty, but I know like Boots sell a lot of K-Beauty brands now, so I'm pretty sure it is now classed as drugstore. Before I go ahead and do that, I just want to quickly interrupt with the sponsor of this segment of today's video, which is Hairburst. It's been a while that I've been using Hairburst products now, and I've actually been using them for probably over a year now, you know, and I can honestly say that since using them, the difference in my hair is incredible. It really is. Initially, I was really not that happy with my hair, to be honest. I bleach it, and I had these broken bits at the root. I'm talking like this short at the root. It looked awful, it really did. It just wasn't growing. I was getting shedding. Obviously, I'm over 40 now as well, so you know, perimenopause causes shedding and that sort of thing. So I just wasn't happy with it overall. Started to use Hairburst products, and I have noticed genuinely that my hair has been growing thicker and longer and quicker as well. So the shampoo and conditioner that is most popular and is probably the one that you've seen personally is the pink and blue one, the longer and stronger one. Used that in the past and absolutely love it. But as I said, because I bleached my hair, I wanted something to give it a little bit more moisture, a bit more hydration. So I then started going on to the orange ones, and these are specifically for dry and damaged hair. I love these. They're so good. The condition in my hair since using them, it's got so much softer and shinier. I love them. And these contain hydrolyzed wheat proteins, amino acids, and panthenol, which are all really good, great hydrating ingredients. I also absolutely love this mask. I use this probably sometimes twice a week, once to twice a week we'll say, but this is beautiful. It smells absolutely gorgeous as well. But yeah, I can always tell when I've used this because afterwards my hair just looks really soft and really shiny, and it's really manageable as well. This actually contains argan oil, which is a really popular product in hair care. It's been around for a long time, but it's really popular in hair care because yeah, the shine that you get from it, oh, I just love it. It's really nice. And then of course we have the gummies, and not only do these taste absolutely amazing, I love these every day, but the ingredients in them are amazing for your hair. So we have biotin in these, which is an ingredient that we all know is amazing for hair growth and maintaining healthy hair. And then we also have selenium, zinc, and a whole host of other vitamins in there as well. I actually haven't had these today, so I'm going to take them now. So yeah, you take two of these little heart-shaped squishy gummies. They're so cute, and yet they taste so good. Honestly, it's like having a couple of sweets every day. But now I've still got a way to go until I get my hair back to exactly lengthwise. Condition-wise, I'm really happy, but lengthwise, it's still got a bit to go. But honestly, these products have helped so much. They really have. But the difference in my hair is really quite amazing. So if you're interested in trying out the Hairburst products for yourself, and I highly recommend that you do, they actually have one of their bog off deals on at the moment. These are really good because basically whatever you order, they'll chuck another one in for free. So yeah, this is a limited time offer. So they're running this through October. So yeah, what's not to like? You know, whatever you order, they're going to double it. I'll pop the link in the description box below for you so that you can take advantage of that offer for yourself. So thank you to Hairburst for sponsoring this section of today's video. Let's go on into the makeup. So we're going to start off with the eyes, and I'm going to be using these two little, they're not really palettes, are they? Single Mingles, they're called. They're like little duos from Technic Cosmetics. These are ones that I featured or I opened in my recent video, which was the Technic's advent calendar. It is so good, like really good. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend going and watching that. A very impressive little affordable calendar, I must say. So we have this one here. I thought these two went together quite well. So we've got this one here, which is the Eye Contact. And then we also have this one, which is called Dating Game. So as you can see, they're both quite neutral. I thought we'd just go with that today. Yeah, I think these duos are like £3 something each. So affordable. But as I said before, I absolutely love Technic makeup because it is you know, really affordable, but the quality is always really good. So we'll start off with this one. So this has got 2 matte shades in here. I'll give them a little swatch for you. So just go very lightly in. They're very kind of wearable, just very light shades. As you can see, this one doesn't show up an awful lot. I'm sure it showed up more than that before. Maybe I didn't go in. Oh, I didn't even swatch it, that's why. I swatched the wrong finger. There we go, that's better. Oh my word. But yeah, this one's kind of like a pale, almost a very pale bronzer shade. But we're going to take that through my crease. So yeah, I'm just going really quite neutral today. I thought, you know, with it being a full face, just be, you know, quite quick and easy on the eyes. That is actually a really lovely shade. You know, as I say, it's nice and natural, nice and easy to use. This is the sort of colour that, you know, even if you're just using this colour on its own, just taking it through the crease is ideal, you know, for a very quick sort of 10-minute, you know, for the full face, not just the eyes. Eye look. Look at that. It just blends really effortless. Honestly, for £3, you just cannot go wrong. I've tried much more expensive palettes than this, you know, similar kind of neutral shade palettes, and they haven't performed half as well. I really like that. I think that's really nice. Right, I'm going to go above that. So take this one here, which is like a very nudie sort of pink, and use that just to blend the edge of that one out. Yeah, that's a really good shade for doing that, actually. It's not far off like my natural skin tone, but it's got that slight peachiness to it. So it's a little bit kind of almost a bit colour correcting at the same time, where I've got any kind of like redness right just around here. Yeah, can you see how much softer it's made it? So if we look at this one, let me go over to this one. Still got that kind of bronziness through the crease, but it's so much softer now. Lovely. Right, so I'm now going to dip into the other one. So that'll be this one here, which was Dating Game. I'll give these a quick swatch as well. So this one's got what I would call like a deeper sort of bronzer-ish shade. Let's do the right fingers this time. And hasn't swatched that one at all, that one. That's better. Yeah, so you can see this one's a deeper bronzer shade than the other one, but look at that for a shimmer. That is stunning. Really nice. I'm going to start off by going into the darker browny sort of shade, and that one will take through the outer half. I don't know about this one, you know, this one's not working too well. Let's try and pick up a bit more packet. That isn't working very well at all. Doesn't really look like anything's coming off. I don't know if that's a dud shadow, you know, because it's coming off on the brush, but then yeah, even on my hand there's not really any colour coming off. That's really odd, really odd. But as you saw when I swatched it, it wasn't really that great. Like, that's what it's like on there. And then, yeah, it's really odd, because it looks quite deep in there. Huh. Right, okay, let me just have a look and see. I can't remember what other ones I got. Bear with me. Right, let's try this one. This one's really deep. Normally, that sort of shade I will just use right on my outer corner. I might actually do that, you know, go mainly shimmer on the lid. So this one's called First Date. And, oh, see, that's so much softer. Maybe that's a dud shadow in there, because that's really unusual, especially for Technic. I actually prefer this shimmer, you know. It's more of a champagne-y sort of shade as well. Wow, see, that is one extreme to the other. Okay, I didn't want to go too dark on my eyes though. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start off with the shimmer today. So I'm going to go into this one, I think. We'll take the champagne-y shade instead. I don't really want it to be too dark, because the other one, I think, compared to like the deepness of this one, it's going to be too dark on the lid. And we'll just take that. I don't want to go too heavy with the shimmer. I want to keep it quite light. So we'll concentrate on the brush rather than using my finger. not foiled. That's really pretty. Almost like a wash of shimmer. And even though I'm using a brush as well, it's I'm not getting any fallout. The only like sparkles that I've got on the bottom is where I've accidentally like touched it with the brush. I'm going to take it right over the lid. Normally I'd just do the front here and then do a matte shade on the outer corner. But I want to take it right over like that. That's so pretty. That's really nice. And as I say, even though I've just used a brush, it's actually, you know, the colours come off quite nice. Obviously, if I use my finger, then it's going to be more foiled. But yeah, I want to keep it, as I say, nice and light. Oh, I think that's really nice. I love that. Right, so as I say, I'm going to dip into this really dark one here and I'm going to use this brush. So it's a fluffy one, but it's not like a really big fluffy brush. Oh, it does pick up quite well on the brush there. And I'm going to just use this. I'm not going to go in too far, but just on the outer part here. I'm going to be very careful not to go in too far, because as I said, I don't want to... See, look at that. That's really pigmented. That's really nice, actually. I've cleaned off the brush and I just want to take this like right around here just to blend it in a bit, but without it being too harsh. Oh, I love that. Yeah, exactly what I wanted. It's not too much. We just have that little bit of depth in the outer corner. Yeah, really nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, lovely. So, yeah, it's turned out to be not as simple as I planned, but I still really like it. And it's still quick, you know, it didn't take me long. So I just want to finish off with some mascara, and for that we're going on with this one from Sweed. So this is one of their new ones, I think. It's the Cloud Mascara in black. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Sweed because I did ages ago, I tested out the Glass Skin foundation. Wasn't a fan of that, but I've tried other products. I love their lip liners. What else have I tried? There's something else. I think it was a lip product or something that I really liked as well. But yeah, I'm really excited to try this. Oh, just curled my lashes and I think I pulled a lash out and it's gone in my eye. I'll blink it out. Right, so this is like this. I love the packaging. I love this colour, you know, this kind of like Swede's signature colour, and the little clouds on the packaging. So the wand is like this. Now I love this kind of wand. It's really nice, like a conical plastic wand with the short stubby bristles. I love this. I always find that these give really good grip and make your lashes look really long. So as I say, I've just curled them. So we're just going to take it, go right at the root. And that's another reason I love this type of mascara, because you can get right to the root. I'm sure I'll still get some on my lid, because I always do. Oh, I thought I had already. Oh, wow. That's actually really quite impressive from just one coat. I just like to, when I get to the outer corners, I just like to kind of flick them out a bit. Make me look a bit more awake, a bit of an eye lift. This is a really nice mascara, you know. See, another reason I like these is because they're quite narrow at the tip. You can get right in to get those little inner corner lashes that are always quite tricky to pick up. There's that lash, I can see it. Gotcha. Oh my goodness, look at that. I have been using a lash serum. That's actually a Sweed one. The Sweed eyelash serum. I've been using that as well lately. I'll do a separate video on that, but I'm really impressed so far. But yeah, look at that. From one coat, that is pretty good, isn't it? So without, I mean, my lashes are really blonde. You can't really see them. And then with, I don't want to look up too high because I don't want to get it on my my lid. But I reckon if I look right up, they'll almost be touching my eyebrows. It's giving really good lift. Really good lift. I like this type of mascara because it feels quite, it's not a tubing mascara, but it feels quite almost plasticky. And I do like those because I find that they are the ones that give you more lift. They dry quite quick. So once you put it on and then comb it through, it dries almost instantly rather than the ones that take ages to dry. And then it gets heavy. And then by the time it dries, it's almost, your lashes are sagging a bit, if that makes sense. But no, this is really nice. I can't get over that. From one coat, that's definitely one of the best mascaras I've tried in a while. Looks incredible. See, this is another reason that I think it's really nice to, you know, sometimes just do a nice light, as in light coloured eye as well, because, you know, if you're just using a mascara and you've got that kind of lightness behind it, it kind of enhances the lashes a bit more as well. Oh, look at that. That's 2 coats of mascara. It looks like I've got falsies on. Look at that. That's nuts. But in a good way. I can't remember the last time I tried a mascara that actually worked this well, if I'm being honest. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's great. That is, I would say, my new favourite mascara. That's definitely going in my everyday drawer because I'm really impressed with that. Look at those lashes. Oh. Right, we'll do a bit of foundation next, now that the eyes are done. So I have this one here from Parnell. It's the what? Oh, serum cushion. Is that what that means? Cicamanu? Cicamanu? Is that a word? Cica? Is that something to do with centella? I don't know. Right, so Cicamanu serum cushion. It's got centella in it, so it probably is. Lactobacillus, honey extract, some words that I can't pronounce just here, and madecassoside. So really good skincare ingredients in there actually. I got the shade 23N, which is Nude Sand. I did actually get this from London just the other day. Yeah, I went to a Decipher event and I went to Bloomsbury to Glam Touch. I love it there so much. And yeah, they actually shade matched me, so hopefully this should be a pretty good match for me. So packaging is like that, nice and simple. I've heard really good things about this. It's one that I think a lot of influencers were going on about a while back. So typical cushion, so we open it here and then peel that off there. So that's what it looks like in the cushion. I often find that the shades look darker in the cushion than they do when they're actually on. Yeah, that looks a pretty decent shade actually. And then I'll start off on this cheek just here. Can you hear my belly? It's going nuts. Oh, it smells like, it smells quite kind of medicinal, to be honest, which I love. I love that kind of smell. Oh yeah, that is a great colour match. Well done, Glam Touch. That's really good. Just go over that little redness. There, I've got a little patch of redness. My rosacea's flaring up a bit lately. I'm going through it at the minute. I'm going to do a separate video, I think, because I'm perimenopausal and I've noticed some really huge changes in a lot of things, body particularly, which is kind of getting me down a bit, to be honest. But well, I'm trying not to let it get me down too much, but it's so hard. I tell you, us women, we do go through it. But if anything, I need some advice. I really do, because I haven't got a clue. Oh wow, look at that finish. That is really nice, like really nice. That really does match my neck very well, like very well. Oh, I love that. Look at that glow. Look how much more even it looks. So with and without, this is what I'm saying, I've got so much rosacea at the moment. This is hyperpigmentation here. That's a lot better than it was. It's gone down a lot. I've been trying to sort that out lately. Wow. So yeah, little close up for you there. Can still see that patch of hyperpigmentation showing through a little bit there. I don't mind though. I like my my foundation to look like my skin. I don't like to look like it's caked on, if you know what I mean. I like it to look quite natural, which I feel that that does. Oh, I really like that. Let's get it on the rest of my face. So this is another reason I love a cushion foundation, is speed. They're so quick. Do you know what I mean? You just like, you've got this pad and you just go whack, whack, whack. All over your face and then you're done. I think that is absolutely beautiful. Really nice. I love the finish of it. It's very kind of dewy, but not over the top at the same time. You know, it doesn't look like, you know, an oil slick on my face. It looks just kind of healthy. I really like it. But can you see? Like, it's a really good coverage. I don't think it's quite full. I'd say it's just below like full coverage, because you can still kind of see my skin, but minus like the redness and the imperfections basically. I think that's really nice. I love it. It is beautiful. Sometimes I find, well, not all of them, but a lot of the ones that I pick up, like the cushions, they're a bit too matte for me, and I'm not into matte makeup. I just find it ages me. Whereas this one is really beautiful, and as I say, it's got some amazing skincare in there as well, and I love the smell of it. It smells skincare-y, like, as I say, like medicinal almost, and I really like that. I've just gone ahead and done a little bit of concealer on my under eyes. Oh, and I've just quickly finished off my brows as well. So what I want to do next is just quickly dip back in. Oh, I've got the itchy nose. Dip back in to this palette here, and use that shade at the bottom just to run underneath my lower lash line. Just take a little bit on this stubby brush and literally just take it here. This is what I normally do, to be honest. Like that. And then just not even smoke it, just blend it through a bit. Not that neat, just, yeah, just connect it. Yeah, just like that. Nice and easy. Okay, and then I'm going to do a bit of bronzer. So for that, we're going in with this one here, also from Technic, and this is their cream bronzer. It looks a bit shimmery. I'm not sure if it is, you know. Looks it. So this one is in the shade medium. Yeah, it looks like this. So it looks really nice. Ooh. I wasn't expecting that. It's weird. It looks like powder. Like before you dip into it, doesn't that look like a baked bronzer? And then, oh, look, it's like that. That is kind of quite velvety almost. Oh, I like that. That feels really nice. It blends out nice. Look, blends out really nice. I'm quite looking forward to using this. Don't know if it's going to be a bit dark. I'll go in light-handed. I'm going to use this brush here, so this little angled brush, and go in. I'm going to take about that much, but I'm going to tap some onto my hand. Looks like it might be quite dewy as well. And we go just above the cheekbone here. I like to take it up to the temple. Ooh, blends out really nice. I thought it would, because as I said, when I was just doing it with my finger on the back of my hand, it was blending out lovely. And you know what? It's not actually too dark at all. It's one of those ones that it's buildable. So if you're going quite light with it, like I did, and then you want it to be a bit more intense, you can. But even, do you know what I mean, going in twice, I mean, it's there. You can see that side compared to that side. It needs blending a bit more, but yeah, it's definitely there. But I don't like my bronzers to be too dark now. I think I used to do them like too dark. Whereas now, I don't know, I've not gone more natural. I still love playing with makeup, you know, but I think less is definitely more on me nowadays. Doesn't mean I'm not going to, you know, do the odd wild eye look. Don't worry about that, because as I say, I still enjoy playing with it. But when it comes to the base, and this is why I tend to like cream and liquid products more than powders as well nowadays, because I like that kind of more natural look. And when you're aging, dare I say it, it actually looks a bit more youthful to use cream and liquid products than powders. I think that is beautiful. That's really nice. So I've only done this side, and I kind of take it almost in a bit of a C shape like that when I do it. But no, I think that's beautiful. That is lovely. So without, you see, pasty pale, and then with, I love how it blends. It's quite seamless actually, which I often find when it comes to bronzes, they're the trickiest thing that I find to blend, like when they're creams. Don't get me wrong, I love how they look in the end, but these are normally the sort of things that take me ages. But I just think this is really quite lovely and quite effortless as well. You can see that took hardly any time at all. And if you want to, you can just go in and do little flicks just to blend it a bit more. Stunning. I think that's really nice. As I say, it's not too much. It's pretty much perfect actually shade wise for me. But yeah, absolutely love that. Yeah, and I like how easy it is to use as well. And as I say, it's Technic, so probably about £4 or something ridiculous, but beautiful, really quite lovely. Right then, so I've got a bit of an exciting last few bits because they're from the new Bridgerton collection with NYX. So I've got the eyeshadow, no, this isn't an eyeshadow palette, what am I on? The blush palette. So we've got 2 blushes in here. Now there were 3 options. This one I believe was the middle one. There was a lighter one and a darker one as well. So packaging's really cute, isn't it? This one's called Wallflower, so they've all got different names. And then we open it up, and this is the inside. How beautiful are these? So these are like the buttermilk blushes. I think, no, it just says 1 and 2 on the back. But I believe that these are possibly existing buttermilk blush shades. I'm not 100% on that, but I think I heard that somewhere. I don't know how true it is. So we have the lighter one here and then the slightly deeper one. This looks familiar though. Oh no, it says on the back. Yes, it is. I think I use butter. So that's what they're like swatched, which are really pretty. Where is my blush? Oh, it's fallen to the back. That's why. I haven't used it for couple of weeks. Yes, it is. Look, this is butter. This is actually the one that I normally use anyway. I thought it looked familiar. Yeah, so it's true. So these are existing buttermilk blush shades, but they've obviously just put them in that palette. In that case, I think I might go for the other one then, the lighter one here. I was going to go for that one, but as I say, it's the one I normally use anyway. So that one is 01 Butter Together. That's really good then, because I think this cost me like, I want to say £10, but it was on 3 for 2. So I got this, I got the highlighter and I got the lip product for, I want to say £20 or just under £20. So that's really good if you're getting 2 buttermilk blushes in this. Bargain. I'm going to go on with this. I'm quite enjoying using these little almost highlighter brushes at the moment for blush. Now these are really pigmented, so look, that's a slight dip. I quite like using a small brush so I can control it a bit more, because all I like to do with blush is keep it almost just in this area. And I find if I use a smaller brush, it's easier to do that. Oh, that's a pretty shade, isn't it? Look at that. It's weird because in the palette, I thought it was going to be quite a baby pink, like looking at it there. But on, it's actually more of a kind of a bit of a mid pink. I couldn't get my words out then. No, it's really nice. On this side, I really like that bronzer, you know. You can always see it a bit better on this side. I know I say it all the time, but yeah, something to do with the lighting. I think, yeah, I've got the window that side. It affects it somehow. Yeah, see, they're just really effortless as well. But yeah, they are pigmented, so do be mindful, you know, tap some on the back of your hand, play around with it, use a little and build it up if you want to. Definitely recommend doing that. That's a really nice shade. I think that's lovely. Really nice. I don't know, I don't think, because I think I've got all of the highlighters, and I don't think that these are, you know, versions of the existing ones. This one is called, what is it? Iridescent Peach. So yeah, because it says BRH01, which obviously is Bridgerton highlighter 01. So yeah, but it's like this. Now this looks really nice. It's a bit, as it says, peachy, and it looks quite dark when you first look at it, but look at that. It is actually really quite nice and yeah, peachy. I think this is the sort of thing that will go with most skin tones. I'm hoping so anyway. I'm hyping it up and I haven't even tried it yet. I do love a buttermilk highlighter though. As I say, I've got all of them. They actually sent me the full set in PR, which I was extremely grateful for. But you know, they are really nice. I've even got like the green and the purple and that. Right, so I'm just going to take it on this brush. Now these are also quite intense normally, so I'm just going to again tap some off and just go, got hair there, quite lightly. Here. I'm hoping that this won't give me a cast. Oh my gosh, look at that. It is like glass. Wow. I'd just like to take a sponge and just mesh it in a bit more. I mean, these are intense. You know, they are quite intense highlighters. But I actually use this one all the time. Most of the time you see me, I'm wearing this one, which is Bright and Butter. But yeah, this one's lovely though. Do you know what I mean though? Looking at it in the pan, and when it's on, look, no cast. But look at that. It's almost like, as I say, like wet, like glass looking. I feel like I've lost a bit actually after using the sponge, you know. I think I can go in with a little bit more. Just on the centre of where I've put it. Yeah, that's better. I think that's stunning. I really like that. Look. It is literally dew. It's dew on my face. It looks really nice. Wow. I think, as I always say, that drugstore makeup at the moment, brands are absolutely smashing it. I nipped into a bigger, like while I was in London, I went into one of the bigger Superdrugs the other day just to see if there were, because there's always new drugstore brands coming out, and I wanted to see if there was any new ones, and I couldn't see any. But as I say, I saw this, so I picked this up instead. It's just, look, it's like someone has literally put a light bulb right there. But you know, it doesn't look textured, which is what I like about them. It looks really nice and dewy. Oh, I love that. Do you know what, on this side actually, where I say the light catches this side better, it actually looks a bit pinky. But I love a pink highlighter. That is stunning. That is really nice. I love that. Right, so I've just quickly finished off my base. I just went on with my, I'm really liking this setting spray at the moment, the Delilah Wake Up Radiant Hydrating Skin and Makeup Mist. Very nice. And I also went on with a little bit of the NYX Wonder Snatch Powder. This is, whoops, nearly dropped it then. This is lovely, really nice. I featured that in my last drugstore video. For lips, I have the Bridgerton lip butter. Are these called lip butters? Yeah, butter gloss. The Royal Butter Gloss in the shade Angel Food Cake. So I thought this looked really pretty. It's not normally a shade I go for, but I thought it looked really nice. So it's like a purpley mauve shade. Used to use the butter glosses all the time, and the lip lingerie as well. Haven't for ages, no particular reason, it's just obviously I've been using other stuff, but I do like them. I think I'm going to use this lip liner. This is an Essence one. What's this one? It looks quite a nice and charming, so it looks quite a good colour. Yeah, I think that'll work quite well with that actually. So we'll go on with this gloss. Oh yeah, that's a nice mauve. I don't often go for shades like this, but I do really like them, I have to say. Like when I do use them. They always feel so nice, these. I forget how nice they feel on the lips. Oops. Oh, look at that shade. That is really nice, isn't it? Love that. So here is the finished look, and overall, love it. I think it's really nice. I particularly love that. Do you know what? I love all of it. This is a good full face of drugstore makeup, as in, you know, the products all worked really well and together as well. The Bridgerton collection is stunning. I love these anyway, the Buttermelt, as I showed you. I've got a few of them. I've got some more around somewhere, the blushes, but they're really nice anyway. So love this palette, love this highlighter. This is stunning. It is so nice. I can't get over that beam on my cheeks. I think it's stunning. The gloss is really nice as well, love that. So with regards to the Bridgerton collection, yeah, that's a win-win. The eyeshadow's really nice. The only thing was that one that I had to put back was really weird. As I say, I think it must be a dud, because all the others, do you know what I mean? I love this eye look. I think the others worked really well, and it's almost a bit of a blessing in disguise, because I do actually really love this dark one on the outer corner. The foundation, beautiful. This is such a nice cream bronzer as well. But the star of the show for me had to be the mascara. I love it. I can't believe like the lift and the length it's given my lashes. I think they do look like falsies. They look really good. So as always, I will link all the products shown in today's video in the description box below for you, along with any discount codes. I'll also link the Hairburst link and discount code down there for you as well. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it. It means the absolute world to me if you did enjoy watching this video and you would like to see more content from me in the future, and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye!